Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on True Confessions, Naija. The confession you're about to listen to comes from a message we received from one of our sisters, and the message reads like this. Good morning, Uncle Ori. Hello, everyone. Before I begin, I need you to know something. This is not a story I'm proud of. It's not something I tell to make myself look good. In fact, if I could erase it from my memory, I would, but I've lived with this for years. I've never told anyone before, not even my closest friends. But today, I'm going to tell you all. I was born and raised in Bridge, a busy border town between Zimbabwe and South Africa. If you've ever been to a border town, you will know life there is different. People are always moving, truck drivers, traders, strangers passing through. Money changes hands fast, and life changes even faster. I grew up watching women in our town, beautiful women, walking in and out of hotels, bars, and nightclubs. They were always dressed in expensive clothes, carrying the latest handbags, and wearing gold jewelry that caught the sun. They seemed happy, free. I didn't know exactly what they did, but I knew they had money, more money than anyone I knew. By the time I was 13, I had already made up my mind I was going to be one of them. I didn't think about the risks, the dangers, or the shame. All I could see was the money, the freedom, and the way people respected them, at least from a distance. I started working as a prostitute before I even turned 16. At first, I thought I was in control. I could choose my clients, set my prices, and decide when to work. Most of my customers were truck drivers because Bridge was the main route. Some paid well, some didn't, but I learned quickly how to avoid certain drivers, especially the ones going to DRC Congo. Why? Because they use something called Congo dust. It's a powerful charm, some kind of powder substance they rub on themselves before sleeping with you. The ones who use it could last for hours, sometimes the whole night, and I hated it. I also heard that sleeping with someone who uses Congo dust could spiritually bind you in ways you didn't want to know about, so I stayed far away from them. Then I met him. Let's call him Sam. Sam was different. He worked for a big logistics company in South Africa. He always paid in cash, good money. But there's this thing. He never touched me the way other men did. He never used his manhood. Instead, he used his fingers. And when he was done, he would lick them. The first time it happened, I wanted to vomit. I couldn't understand why someone would do that, but the money was too good, and I told myself, just ignore it. You need this. I had a dream of opening a bottle store and leaving this life behind, and every cent brought me closer. One night, while we were parked at a quiet truck shop, he asked me why I stayed with him. I told him I loved him. He laughed in my face. No normal woman, he said, can love a man who does what I do to you. You are here for the money, just admit it. At first, I denied it, but eventually, I told him the truth. That's when his tone changed. He said there was a way for me to make even more money. $1,000 a month, maybe more. At that time, I was only 20 years old, and the kind of money was a fortune. I didn't think twice. I just said, what do I need to do? He dropped me off in Masvingo, Zimbabwe, and gave me a phone number. I was to call a woman who would collect me. When she arrived, I was shocked. She was elegant, too elegant for the rural area her house was in. Her home was big, modern, with polished floors and expensive furniture. She had 2 BMWs with Gauteng plates that she only drove once a year. I later learned that inside her home, things happened, ceremonies, rituals, things I had never seen before, things I never thought I would see. People from different cultures came and went, carrying strange items, animal skins, clay pots, even goose heads. My job seemed simple at first. I had to go to the nightclubs and streets where I used to work, pretend I was still in the game, and collect used condoms, not just any condoms, freshly used ones. I remember that first night, by 3 a.m., I had filled half of a cut-up Coke bottle with them. Disgusting, yes, but when I handed them over, the woman treated me like a queen and also treated the used condoms like good treasure. She put them in a small portable fridge. I suspected she traveled with it to South Africa, but I never saw it happen. Men came to collect them, men who looked wrong. Their eyes were cold, they barely spoke. The money was too good, and after a while, I thought about my younger sister. She was only 18 then. I convinced her to join me. I told her it was easy money and that she wouldn't have to sleep with anyone. That was my biggest mistake. She worked with the woman for only a month before she became rich, too fast. She bought a Toyota Quantum taxi in cash. She told me she had been working hard, but I knew nobody works that hard in 1 month. One day, I got a call. My sister had been killed. She and some men had been tracked by police after attempting to steal a child. There was a shootout at the border. When they searched the car, they found guns and a cooler box with a child's hand inside. I can't explain the feeling. My stomach dropped. My skin went cold. I had brought her into this. After her death, the woman from Masvingo disappeared overnight. Her house was empty. I couldn't reach them anymore. It was like they all vanished. Before we lost contact, someone told me a story I'll never forget. He said he once carried a human head in his truck. It wasn't just a head, it could talk. He had gotten it from a traditional healer near the Zimbabwe-Zambia border, and it had been bought by a powerful person. He wouldn't say who. If I tell you, he said, you will know instantly. I did make money enough to live comfortably, but every night I think about my sister. I see her face, hear her laugh, and then remember her lifeless body. I can't do what I've done, and I can't tell anyone in my life because they will never look at me the same way again. So I live with it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story. I'll be reading your thoughts and feedback in the comments. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our sisters. Let us try to talk to her in the comment section. Things they really happen for this our world. Now wow.